wonderful day. I think we've asked Luke Benson to lead us in prayer, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Let's pray. Good Lord, thank you for this day. We thank you for allowing us all to be here and gather and conduct the city's business. We ask you to be with us and lead us and guide us and direct us to do your will. Lord, be with us and keep us safe, and be with our families and keep them safe. Lord, we thank you for all your many blessings. We ask you to forgive us where we fail. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Mayor, would you lead us in pledge, please?
Attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Good suggestion. To all in attendance pursuant to the order adopted by the Board of Aldermen on March 1, 2022, in order to address the mayor and Board of Aldermen, you must be on the agenda, and pursuant to the order adopted March 23, 23, you must sign the sign-in sheet with a complete address. All right, now we have before us the agenda for today, and I think you have a new sheet under pay request that's going to substitute with 2 additional items in there. Luke, you have something?
Yes, sir. Daryl's not going to be here, so Blake and I are covering for him, and the partnership in Main Street aren't going to be here, and I'm covering for them too. And we've got some additional paperwork for both of those groups
Okay.
that I've passed.
That'd be great news then. Is that it? I'll accept the motion. All right, motion by Stan, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. No opposition. Dan, you want to?
Yeah, we got the minutes.
All right, the minutes, thank you. We've got the minutes in front of us now for May 19th. Any addition, corrections that need to be made? If not, I'll accept the motion. Motion by Stan, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. I see no opposition.
Mayor, if I could, I'd like to make a motion to accept the consent agenda, the new pay request agenda, and the human resources in one.
All right, motion made by Stan to accept those. Second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition. All right. Do we have any visitors here today? Okay. The partnership, I think you're up in there.
Yes, sir. Katie, they were planning on being here, and she asked me to give her their apologies for not being here, but they were going to meet with ARC about getting the funds to finish up the gazebo on the square. So I said, yeah, you don't need to miss that meeting. But she gave us I think y'all asked for like an agenda for the July the 1st Main Street Square Market. And so I handed out before the meeting that agenda for the day. Mr. Wiz, she said that the market time is from 3 to 7. And but that'll probably be, it'll probably go longer than that in the evening, but that's just the market time. But the festivities, if you see on number 2, the junior auxiliary kids corn and stuff, that'll be going on the whole time, and I don't know when that'll stop. And I think the mayor's got a media presentation scheduled, and probably I don't know about lighting and stuff, Mr. Mayor, but I don't know what time that'll be. But
All right, that's supposed to be 250th anniversary.
Yes, that's right.
That's at 5 o'clock. It's scheduled 5 o'clock, but we have plenty of light at
Okay.
that time.
All right. But if you have any questions or anything, I don't. This is all I've got. This is what I know. So we can catch up with him later or something. Just wanted to get y'all that information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and what about Daryl? Do you have something for Daryl too?
Yes, sir. Blake and I do.
At North Delta Plan.
So at the last meeting, we talked about this DIP, isn't it? The DIP program. the DIP money for the underground solutions project at the North Batesville exit. And, you know, we've got the in-kind, well, we've got the match, the city match for that money, and it came up to be,
Yeah, right now, we're saying it could end up being close to $50,000 if it's a match. I mean, it only has to be like 37, but depending, we don't really know exactly on the water and the gas, but that's basically the intent. And Darrell had asked us to come up with an estimate using labor rates and all that. So if we do the gas and the water, then we could, you know, end up being in kind of $50,000. Darrell was good with this sheet. And I think he also, Sean, he sent a resolution to you as far as the resolution that needed to be.
I didn't get I didn't get a copy
I'll-
of the resolution.
Unless it was something that he had sent back several weeks ago that we
get
had
it.
discussed.
We'll get it printed out, and it's basically a resolution for the matching funds, okay?
Okay.
Yes, and I'm gonna go, I think it was in my email, I wasn't sure if it was the same one, but I'll email it. So during the break, y'all can print it out. And it's basically the resolution saying, hey, here's what we're matching, you know, and we're gonna match these funds. And then here's the estimated cost. So
We need to do anything today.
you can probably need to vote on that resolution, but I'll email it to y'all, so during the break, you get it.
Very good.
And then they need to approve this too, right?
Yeah, that's part of the resolution.
Okay, part of the resolution.
That's right.
Okay. That's all I have for there.
All right, Blake Mendroff Engineering.
Yes, sir. Just a couple of things and everything else can fall under me. I had sent a estimate to hire, as part of the mound signage, which I discussed, hiring Maggie with Belinda Stewart. She had sent a proposal, for $9,000. That would actually come out of that grant, for her to design the signage and all, so I need approval for that.
Okay, motion made to approve
And Sean, you got a
signage
copy of it.
by Stan, second by
You can email it back to Maggie.
Whit. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carried. Is she here?
She's not.
She was gonna be here, I thought.
I don't think she was gonna be here.
Okay.
So she's gonna come back when it's time, so she can give ideas of the signage and have those discussions. I just wanted to get her on board first.
If y'all ain't ever met her, she's really good.
Yeah. And I think the other, just a reminder, we got a bid, we opened 2 bids Thursday, if you'll assist us, Peyton will be here as long as it's there. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can open that one. They're not a contractor, but anyway, we'll Thursday at 10. So we'll have bids for the lagoon upgrades and for the TV and lining that we're gonna open, so that we can bring that back at the next board meeting. So, any other questions, I'll be here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tennis courts.
Yes, sir.
Heath and I and some others have been working on the tennis, and we put out bids last week for dirt work, specification of dirt work.
We got bids.
Didn't we do that? That's what we did last week?
Approved.
You
Approved.
Approved it, yes.
Well, you approved, and we had this discussion, and then I know, about, you approved to do dirt bids, and then we were gonna discuss, right, about how many courts we want to talk about to add to.
Right, okay, that's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and we've got some, yesterday, got information back from U.S. Tennis Association asking for some specific stuff, and they requested the bids that we're going to put out, a copy of those. So we really need to get that, because like everything we do is under a timeline, but we really need to try to send out what we're going to build now as a phase one. And so that's what we really need to get in hand too. And they've cautioned us about doing anything till we get approval. So I don't know what that anything is yet, meaning dirt work or not, but we need to really work on that. Heath, don't you think that's where we stand?
Yes, sir. What they asked for was what they asked for, and the mayor has this too, was they've gotta have, what, 10 to 12 pictures of the site. It says courts and buildings or whatever. We don't have any buildings, so it would have to be the site, which is the last thing listed in there. And then it says if they want bid documents, and we don't have any bid documents to present to them. And then I think last was the plans, which we've already got the plans and stuff for that, so we need those other two before they'll proceed to review it. They won't review it without those other two things. And I didn't know how we could get, we could go with the bid documents. I don't
Well, let me expand on that a little bit. All right, we were gonna do a dirt job, okay? And we were gonna not do anything else for a year.
I don't know, we agreed on not doing anything else for you.
Well, we were gonna do a dirt job separate,
Yeah.
and that was gonna be about all that was gonna be done this year. So the dirt would be city.
Except I found out that we could amend that first application and get funding this year and get it again next year.
I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm gonna say what the plan was, so that we were gonna get dirt done, get some movement out there, get it to grade, seed it, and then in the spring, come back and do, a set of courts or whatever it looked
Yeah.
like. But it sounded like, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, we wanted to move forward with 8 courts and, bathrooms, and then maybe some pickleball as an alternative. That's what we kind of discussed, and you told me which 8 courts, okay, which modifies my thought in 2 ways. One is the bid document that was gonna go out for dirt, it's not just dirt, now it's the tennis courts and it's, and I've already talked to Sloan, he's giving me the details of the courts, and so we're working together on that, and we'll work together on that side for the courts, because the bid documents and the plans will not be just dirt, it's gonna be dirt and the courts.
Eight
And
courts.
at the 8, for a minimum of
Eight
8 courts,
to start
but
with.
moving all the dirt, so we don't have to move it again. And the other, I believe if we're gonna do, let's just say 8 courts, whatever that number is, and we're gonna try to do that within the next 6 or 9 months, and we need to put the dirt contractor, they need to move the dirt also. Reason being, yes, if the dirt was sitting for a while, that's one thing. We got a contractor that's gonna spend $2 million, yet somebody else moved the dirt, we can't, if that court moves that little bit, it was the dirt guy. It was the dirt guy. I wasn't responsible. It's a contract document, so we're about to drop $2 million, $1.5 million, $2 million. We need to have one contractor handle all the dirt and the courts together, which that's what typically they do. And so we need to modify our thought process. If that's the way y'all want to move forward, says, okay, we're ready to spend $1.5 million, $2 million to do 8 courts plus a bathroom facility, whatever that looks like, because that's what the bid document.
I would think that'd certainly be the way to do
Yeah.
it.
So,
Instead of having
and I
one
think
big
I
one,
kind
they
of walked
come
through
in
that
and buy
mayor with
another.
you about why we wanted to keep them a little separate. We wanted to blend them back together where we were going to keep them separate, mainly for the liability. Because I know how that civic center was built. And it was built with the guard moving all the dirt. And then when Ambrosino, PSC, when they built the buildings and we had any parking lot move at all, it was like, I didn't move the dirt. I didn't move the dirt. So,
I didn't see anything specifications about the tennis, just the dirt and that's all I saw.
That's because that's all we've had that we were going to submit at the time. But now we're going to add the courts into the documents, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
I want to do that.
if y'all are okay with that, then that's why we're.
Well, that's what I'd like to see.
I just want to make sure
Oh,
that
yeah.
when we bid it out, we're bidding out what you think we're bidding out. We're bidding out all the dirt, 8 courts. We'll discuss how to do the bathroom facility. The bathroom facility could go 200,000.
I talked to Sloan.
800,000. But you could, I talked to Sloan and we're good on that. And how we bid that, whether we even bid it separate or we bid it within our plans, we'll discuss that. But I just want, for the overall intent of the project, I want to make sure we're all together, that we'll remove all the dirt, we'll do a minimum 8 courts in the bathroom facility, and then we can take an alternate bid for 6 pickleball, and then y'all can decide when it comes in, because they'll be designed.
Colin, are we in order of doing it this way?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
think no matter what
I'll
you do,
make sure you-
a lot of the reasons he said, you split it up, you don't have anybody responsible for anything.
Yeah, I know, we just hadn't, this is the first time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Reason I asked.
You just need to. make
What do we
sure-
need to do to get them
Well,
going?
adopt the new order and overrule or rescind the prior one or whatever.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Just give us the authority to expand the dirt plans to 8 courts, bathroom facility, and some pickleball.
Do we need to amend the other one, Colin? Do what we did? I mean, I just want to
We've
do it
already
right.
worked, no, it's just, I mean,
You can just amend it, we need to file it, and we'll do that, cover
I'm good with that.
it. We could have everything in one order.
and you hadn't spent a nickel
Yeah.
on contractors, even if you take the bids and you say, listen, I like to get the dirt, any dirt mover you want done before Thanksgiving. So if we're talking about June here, we're talking about working June and July with Sloan to get it out to bid, then you're talking about taking bids in August, September, you got about 2 months to move dirt, which that's okay, it ain't gonna take long to do it, but we know what happens after Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Keith, is 8 courts enough to draw a tournament like you've had in mind? But what is that number?
Tennis courts, it doesn't say. What, how you read it?
Eight courts will support your local, high school and your local leagues, but it won't support any big state tournament or sectional or nothing like that to come in. You gotta have 16, because there's so many people that comes in different divisions.
Thank you.
New Albany, I think, has 12, and they host a state tournament for different ages and men and women. They share it with ULO, but they have 12 courts. So you've got to have 12 to 16 courts to be able to do something like that.
But again, the purpose of this is to do step 1, step 2, to get funding this year and get funding next year.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear in my
Yeah.
mind, what the ultimate goal
Let
is.
let me help on that. You're gonna have all of them designed. You have all pickleball, everything's gonna be designed. It's gonna be in one set.
Okay.
Plans. Then it's gonna be,
Phase built.
hey, phase 1 is 8, and then if you
And
want an
I'm-
alternate for 3 more or whatever, when it goes to bid, we can alternate however you wanna do it. We can have a minimum base bid, and then we can alternate, but the whole set is already gonna be done.
Gotcha. That's all I need to know.
All right, made a motion
Made a motion to amend.
that includes the tennis
First order
courts.
we have the tennis courts.
Okay, motion, second. Dennis, all in favor? Motion carries. All right, thank you.
Pete,
All right.
what will we do with the old tennis courts?
So our plans at the old tennis courts is to remove those courts. They're in so bad of shape, is to remove those and put some soccer fields in there.
Okay.
Here's Andy. He's coming. All right, thank you. All right, we're going to now have a public hearing, and we need to have Andy, you come forward, I think you've got a couple of things.
Yes.
All right, just remind me where I am in a minute.
Mayor. I have one public hearing, 2 cleanup hearings. We'll start with the public hearing. There'll be a public hearing for a variance request. This is from Lockers Manufacturing. They're requesting a change in the minimum required setbacks for an industrial district from 45 foot from the street, 25 foot from all sides, to a 10 foot on all 3 sides setback. This is what they're requesting to get the size facility that they're looking for in there. This is also standard with the existing building that is down there. That's approximately what the setbacks are for the existing building that was already down there, and they're requesting to try and match the other building, the other addition that they'll put on to those same setbacks, so they can have matching buildings, matching size and all, to get the size they need. This did go before the planning commission. The planning commission did recommend it, and our office has not heard any complaints or anybody in disagreement or in favor of it, either one. But they were at the planning commission, and I don't believe they're here today, but they were at the planning commission and presented a nice plan for what they're requesting. And y'all should have that information in front of you as far as the variance.
I think some of us went down there and looked and said that, but there's not a representative today, you represent them, but we did. All right, is anyone here in opposition to this request? All right, the board members have any questions or a motion?
No, I'm glad it won't be doing.
This is an increase to their footprint here and a big expansion. All right, so we need a motion to allow,
Go for it.
made by Stan, second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. Good project.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I think so. Hey, y'all.
Did good there.
All right, next we have up some cleanup hearings. First one we'll do is 225 Perkins Lane. This is the current pictures as of this morning. That is the condition of it. We've discussed this property before in the past. I think it may have changed hands since then, but we did get notifications out to the current listed owners as far as what the county's court records show.
Melinda and Sharon.
Of course, driving by, looking at the house, it looks okay from the front. But if you flip through the pictures, and you look at the back, which is where we had complaints from some of the neighbors actually give us permission to go on their property, so we could also verify what the condition of the back of his residence looks like, and it's just not there. You know, and it's been wide open like that for quite some time, so it has turned into, in my opinion, a dilapidated structure that is in need of attention. And my recommendation for the property would be to adjudicate the property and demolish it.
Or is anyone here representing that particular property on Perkins? Anyone here like to speak on behalf of that property at all? Or board members have any questions or suggestions?
I just want to know I'm the one that got in on this house. I'm very familiar with that house, grew up with some people over there. The man has had it for what, a couple of years now, ain't he?
I think so.
And has done absolutely nothing to it. And it's a deterrent to the whole neighborhood. And I'd like to make a motion that we adjudicate it with a procedure to tear it down, just like we did Willow Street House. Same thing.
All right, motion made by Stan, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Next up, I have 204 Deaton Street. This property has also become to be a nuisance type property. This is the current conditions of that property as of this morning. People are just, of course, definitely grown up. People are using it as a dump site. They're just leaving trash everywhere. So, a partial type, I guess, renovation you'd want to call it, started on this property. Nothing has been done in more than a year, probably pushing 2 years now. And with the condition that it was left in, it has gotten to a state of, I think, disrepair as far as with all the elements and everything, no siding, the windows being partially boarded. And it is definitely a property that I would recommend that we adjudicate and look at the possibility of demoing it also.
So, my motion.
Okay, that's good, y'all are quick. I know you had there's a motion and a second. Jimmy, then Carl, but is anybody here representing or wants to speak on that behalf? All right, all in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. Thank you, guys. Good job, Andy.
Thank you, Mayor. That is all I have at this time. I do have a few regular agenda items when it's my opponent.
All right, we'll give you just a moment and
Yes,
we'll call
sir.
you back up. Is anybody here representing the Board of Supervisors, any state or federal? Any persons engaged in contractual business that'd like to speak? Anyone representing the Pannonian? Andy Berryhill. Where you been?
Thank you, Mayor. I've been a little exercise today. Andy Berry here with the City Electrical Code Office. For my regular agenda today, I have just my regular reports, or most of my regular reports. Its first item is inspection and complaint reports. You should see a list of your inspections. I did not get, me and Huey didn't get together and get the complaint list ready in time for this board meeting, but we will have a copy for that for the next board meeting. Also, you should find a copy of the Planning Commission minutes from our May meeting. And the first item that I need business on would be the surplus property, and there should be a list attached. It's just some old computers and printers and junk that we need to go away.
Okay. All right, motion made by Jimmy, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carried.
And I did have on here for approval of the amendments for updating the building codes to be effective October the 1st. Basically, that was the ones that we worked on during the work session, put it in somewhat of an ordinance form, I think Common and I are probably gonna work a little more on that to get it a little more adjusted to his liking and more suitable for the adoption process and all. Probably gonna break them down into different ordinances instead of all in one. So we'll have an ordinance for building, for residential, for fire and such. But I know that this is an issue that we're definitely ready to get adopted in the minutes for approval. I think, Fire Chief, we've been together on this, and I think I've gotten everything in line that he would like that's gonna help our rating bureau. And I think they're itching to come for an audit here soon for the ratings, so we want to make sure that those get adopted in the minutes and start enforcing them before we get to the rating part.
And does it need anything in the meeting saying what we're gonna do with it?
Possibly. Do we need to go ahead and get them to some kind of a preliminary approval so we can have something to give
I mean, if
to the
we're
rating bureau?
intimate, if we're intimate and we're gonna do it, it wouldn't hurt anything. So, in other words, say we're gonna do it and then wait 6 months, they wouldn't like that. But if we're gonna get it done in the next couple board meetings, it'd be fine.
Like I said,
Let them say, yeah, we're gonna get it done.
I'd definitely like for them to go into effect October 1st, so we will definitely get those ordinances back, but I didn't know, do we need to do some type of a preliminary approval?
Well, maybe just to satisfy, fire chief, maybe just something, a commitment for y'all telling Andy and me to go ahead and finish the ordinances. Because we're gonna need a separate ordinance for each code adopted. It's a short ordinance, but each one's gotta have a separate code. And I told the chief I'd get the fire code done first, in case we can't get them all finished before the next board meeting. Maybe something in the minutes that says y'all authorize Andy and me to go ahead and finish them up or something at the next meeting.
We need to do that now.
Please, will that be done?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be fine, we're not gonna actually start to force them. That'll give us time to start to review them and get them in place for October the 1st.
Motion made by Stan, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries.
And that's all that I have on my regular agenda. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns for us.
And I just want to tell you, a side note, how much I appreciate your man Huey McDaniel. Ever since Huey's been here, it's been a delight to work with him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he has helped do so many things. It's good. I've never had anybody, I don't think, any better than him. I just want you to know that. I
Thank you.
appreciate you having Huey McDaniel. He's a great guy.
I do too. He is a great asset for our office. He is definitely
He's a faithful boy that wants this town like we want it.
that's right, and he has the ability to speak with people and get the point across in a nice way that works.
Yeah, so go find us another.
I'd love to.
Okay.
Hey,
got some Andy threw up, we cleaned up some of
Yeah.
I got several.
Okay.
Looking at.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Dwindle down the list. I got a few more on the list that I might possibly start bringing up for cleanup hearings. So just let me know. It may be some that I already have on there for future days down the road.
One of them, no is.
He's ready. All right, I'm gonna make a comment. I went over to his office the other day and talked to Andy. I have gotten more compliments over the last few months about the code office being so helpful. And that is a big change, and echoing what you said. And that's great. We have so much going on in this community. And I hate Blake just stepped out, but Blake said to us, he's been the city engineer for 20 years. He's never had this many projects ongoing at one time. This is an active board. I'm gonna tell y'all that. That's good. And to get people to call and say the code office and our public works, everybody that we have at the street department is working with us. That's why we're developing.
Yes, definitely. Thank you,
Hey,
Mike.
we thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Deputy Chief Barry Thompson.
I don't have anything, Mayor. I think everything was taken care of.
Hold on, Mayor. You step out there.
And I want to brag on you too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, first of all, I want to tell you thank you, man. Y'all did start out at the graduation. You and your guy. You signed up to graduate and did a good job. The one you signed on Armstrong Street, Hudson Road, they did a good job. I want to appreciate it. Give you a flyer while you can smell it.
Yeah, well, I told you everybody did good, I enjoyed it, I mean, it was a good day for everybody.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, anytime.
Yeah, we got some comments about and Rodney will speak to that, but about the in and out for the graduation. I mean, that was a task at hand. We're all doing good. Thank you.
Anything else?
Make sure you tell your guys he did a good job.
I'll do it, I appreciate it,
All right.
so let us know if you need it.
All
All right, thank you.
Coleman, you have anything for us at this time?
No. What we talked about the Indian Mound, is that something for later?
Well, I think Newt.
Or when are we gonna talk about that? About the policy for the Indian
Somebody's
Mound?
got the.
Oh,
You gonna do that, Nate?
yes, sir. it's in
Okay,
that.
yeah, I
No,
know.
actually, I think the mayor made some changes.
Yeah,
The mayor and he's got it.
Heath and I have been discussing, I've discussed it with Coleman, but we're not ready to go today. We're going to do it later. But it's a good policy.
Well, I had a suggestion for something else too before, but I can do.
All right, well, tell us.
Well, I just wanted to try to eliminate us from any liability when somebody would get hurt or something up there. I didn't notice that in there to where he.
It is in there, yeah.
Well, if
That's
it is, I didn't read it correctly, but, yeah, that's fine if it is. I just wanted to make sure that a group of people use that Indian man and something happens to somebody, that we're not held liable for it.
All right, let's talk about that just for a minute. There are three things there. There's the mounds, which is a walking trail. There's a pavilion, and then there's a museum. The only people that have you don't have access to the museum. You have access, you can get access, and it's publicly open to the walking trail. The pavilion is publicly open unless you want to have some type of event there. That's the only
Right.
thing. So that's the thing that we're working on is some regulations about what can be used there.
Right. And I liked it. It was really good. I just was trying to keep us from having some kind of liability if something were to happen to somebody up there when they chose to rent it and sign all these papers, that they know that if something happens to someone up there, we're not liable for it, if that's possible.
That guy's gonna make sure.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I've already talked to him. He's good. He's good. I just didn't notice the language in there. But that's something for later.
Well, you didn't get our final draft yet. All right, you didn't get our
I
second
just got
draft.
what was in the package.
No, that's not it.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Disregard
All
that.
right, move on.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
So,
The first thing I have is, in your packet, you should have an order from the Panola County Board of Supervisors relocating the voting precinct from Patton Lane Community Center from the Batesville Fire Station to the Patton Lane Community Center. So it'll just be reverting back to the original voting precinct at Patton Lane Community Center.
okay. Motion for that?
Yeah, well,
Carl? Motion second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. I see no opposition.
The next thing is the ad valorem tax exemption for General Electric. They're sending back in stating that they want an additional 10 years. Yes, 10 years. Yes, this is gonna be for some additions that they have done.
Yeah, that they put in recently.
And they just want an
It has
additional
nothing to do with
ad.
the original.
They can't do it on the original one, it's just
Yeah,
any
no.
expansion that they've done out there.
Make a motion by Stan, second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries.
And then I also have a ad valorem tax exemption for baseball tooling and design.
Same thing,
Same thing.
additions.
Motion made by Stan, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. I see no opposition.
And then I received a proposal or whatever from TriStar. I don't know if y'all had a chance to review that. They're wanting to make some changes to our contract. So y'all may not want to act on that at this meeting if y'all want to look at
When
it.
did it run out, John?
But right now, it's, I mean, just,
It's
it's
month. So we don't even have one really.
not really.
I looked at it and saw a lot in there, but I couldn't make a whole lot out of it. That's what they're gonna do.
Well, they're wanting to increase the amount, as you'll see right now, we're doing the bi-monthlies. They're only servicing us every other month, for the $1,146. And they're going to change that to go, I guess, quarterly. So it'll cut down on some traffic that they come in and check.
Well, I can look it back up, but was it about the same or different? Quarterly.
It's a little less.
There's a little less,
bit
yes.
less, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that means they're gonna change filters
The
less.
library, yes, and I think it does include the library. Did y'all take you want to take the library off?
No, I didn't really do that.
Yeah, they know the ins and outs to it.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I didn't know.
Did you look at it real good?
No, sir.
You did? We all wanna wait a couple of weeks and let Nick look at it just to make sure we don't make any
Well, we
difference.
can, I've looked at it and spoke to TriStar about it, and that's why they say the recommended quarterly, that saves us a little money, but they do an excellent job. They're right here, they come when we have it, and it gives a little discount to have a quarterly building contract with them. Plus, they're here when you call them, they're local, and that means a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to throw a kink in it, I just wanted to make sure that the library was.
It is, it's got City Hall, City
I'd be fine with
Court,
going quarterly.
Code
Yeah.
Enforcement, Police Station, Fire Station 2, 3, Library.
Okay, a motion by Carl to accept the quarterly billing, second by Jimmy. All in favor? All right, motion carries.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Does that mean you accept the contract or just the billing that?
It's not a contract, what's that,
It's
maintenance?
it's the preventative
Maintenance.
maintenance plan.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I looked at it, but I didn't know. Like somebody said they had a line in it, a lot of different numbers. so-
We got a lot of equipment.
We got a lot of places.
But it's a continuation of what we've been doing. All right, is that it?
That's all I have.
All right, Fire Chief.
I don't have anything, unless y'all have anything to me, I just got some for executive session.
Oh, that's very good. Joel Taylor, I got a new name here. There he is.
You got a new man on here?
I guess.
He's not usually on there.
Must be important.
Okay.
It is.
Very important.
Hopefully some free money. Joel Taylor, IT manager, City of Batesville. The one thing I want to discuss today is that I've been doing the cybersecurity grant with the Mississippi Department of Homeland Security, and I went and I worked with them to be able to get some 2 quotes for some equipment, some software that we need, that they will provide us funds for. And so I just need to try and get approval for those quotes. There's a big difference in pricing those quotes. There's not really a difference so far as like the quality of equipment. I would recommend going for the lowest quote because we have a threshold of like a certain amount of money that they will give to us. And the lowest quote is closer to that amount than the other quote. So if we go with the lowest quote, we won't spend any of our money. They're okay 99.9% of it. If
You want to take the low quote here?
Mhm. That would be that's what I would recommend.
Is it the best also, is it?
Yeah, there's really no
Apples
difference
to
in
apples.
equipment now, so.
Okay, we're going.
We need a motion.
You, so I'll go ahead. Whatever.
All right, Carl made a
I'll
motion to accept quote from Complete Computer. All right, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition.
Another thing, this is kind of a discussion, I know that, me and the mayor, we had like a drive-by discussion about on whether or not to do a reimbursement or advancement. Well, we're in Q3 ends on June 15th, and with how this grant has been, it's been different than all the other grants, so it's been kind of a headache to get things together on some things. So the final quarter starts June 15th, it lasts for about 2 months. We were thinking about going for an advancement, but I don't think we've ever done an advancement, and the process is a little bit longer. We're having to, kind of get, once I get quotes, get the POs, and I gotta send it to them, and they gotta then send us the money, and we get the okay, and then I gotta send the invoices after buying all the stuff. And just with the timing of everything, I think it's better for us to do a reimbursement. That way I can go ahead and get POs, get the equipment, get the invoices, and just send it all to them and they'll just give us the money back. So, it's up to y'all what y'all wanna do, but I just wanna, make sure we're on the same page on doing the reimbursement on our advance. So, like I said, I recommend the reimbursement. We've done reimbursements for pretty much all the grants up around.
That sounds right. But Shauna said that
It's
sounded
best to do
correct.
a
You're doing this, so
reimbursement.
I believe it.
Gotta be careful. All right, motion made by Steve, second by, Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Joe, you can come back and tell us about this as time goes on. I will come in and money and make sure we get everything done.
I got a question and a comment on the quote from the police computer that's not signed. Did it come by email?
Yes.
But that needs to be in the minutes, and you don't have to have it signed, but it came by email, so that needs to be a finding, the fact y'all found it came by email, and it's not signed. So they can approve.
Need that in a minute,
Otherwise,
huh? Need that in a minute?
yeah, it needs to be.
That needs to be an addition to this, or just a separate?
No, it needs to be, as
separate.
part of the original motion to accept it, it came by email, it's not signed, but you're okay with it not being signed.
Okay, is that the way the motion amendment to that? Okay. And there's a second by someone. Jimmy, all in favor? All right, motion carries.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Joe. Oh, sorry, guys. On the amendment, I was totally
Okay. All right, Rodney Holly. Pardon me.
You trying to get through this? Let's do it. You want?
Good afternoon, board, community. I'm Rodney Holly, Batesville Civic Center. Always grateful to be here. Blessed to have this opportunity to visit for a little while and give some updates. And I have got Jonathan Wilkes with me, who I will introduce in just a second. But I wanted to thank everybody for the work that we did as a team, as a city, as a community to make South Panola graduation as positive as it was. I've heard nothing but good feedback. And thanks to Barry and Dennis for helping with coming in and going out. We got a lot of people in there and got a lot of people out pretty quick, so thank y'all for that.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I want to let Jonathan give an update, but I want to recognize Jonathan for the strong work that he does at the Batesville Civic Center, and he keeps it ready and operating on a very professional level. A lot of his work is behind the scenes, but he puts heart and focus in on anything that we have to do, and the ability to turn that place around the way we do. Jonathan is definitely a big part of that, and I just want to thank him for that. He also has a baby on the way, so there you go. Say whatever you'd like to say.
Hey, I'm Jonathan from the Batesville Civic Center. I'm the facility manager. So I got a couple things today. The first thing I have is approval of specifications for electrical upgrade in the barn. And then if that's approved, get quotes, or available for us to get quotes.
All right, motion made by Jimmy, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition.
All right, the second thing I have, I'm gonna start needing to replace another one of our boilers. We replaced one this past year, and my goal is to get one a year until they're all replaced because they're all falling apart, they're rusting. So basically, just approval to prepare specifications for a boiler replacement.
Motion by Dennis, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Our motion carries, and see no opposition.
Okay, and the last thing I have is updates on, our projects we have, and y'all should have got that behind it. It's just a bunch of different projects that we have. Are there any questions y'all have about any of those on there? Do y'all have that list there?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do y'all have any questions about any of those? Okay, well, yeah, it's just, basically, I'll just go real quick. Sound system upgrade, hopefully coming soon. New concessions, on the south side, we're looking at a new fridge, freezer, vent hood, AC controls to help us make sure everything's working. the barn upgrades, which we was just working on, boilers, RV parks, putting some lights out there, some gravel, and then possibly dressing it up a little bit with some plants. Looking at possibly getting a floor scrubber and looking at what kind's best for us for that, since we rented a lot. Parking lot, fixing some flooding, some cracks, maybe restripe it. Centos has a restocking service that we can use possibly for our bathrooms and things like that. Need some more cameras out there, and then our gutters and drainage around the building. That's all I got.
Big project. I don't know whether everybody heard, Jonathan's daughter is gonna have a little baby brother tomorrow, and so we're proud of that. Thank you. You're gonna be busy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, anybody got anything for Jonathan?
Jonathan, how many boilers are out there?
Boilers, we have 4 boilers.
Four.
We have 4 boilers and 4 chillers, one's on each corner.
Can we replace one
We
boiler?
replaced one last year, and basically every time that we go to work on those boilers, they're so old and rusting that when you go to put your hand into it, it literally just falls apart. They're running. That's why the one holds us over for the most part, because I can get the other ones to work, but they're real spotty on when they work because of how old they are.
Yeah, good. Great. Hey, good luck to you.
Thank you, Charlie.
I want to tell Rodney, man, again, y'all did a good job. Y'all got me out of there real quick, and I like it.
Good. Thank you for
And
saying
safe.
that. Thank you. Got you in there out and safe. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
Thank bad enough for that.
Yes, sir. Anything else for me?
Keep it up.
Thank you. Very much.
Thank you. Keith, you got anything for us at this time?
No, sir, we discussed what you and I discussed earlier today, so I
Right.
don't have anything unless y'all have anything for me.
Right, so we might have something a little bit later on, can you hold on just a
Yes,
little
sir.
bit?
Sure.
Okay. All right. New.
All right, hey, I'm Nick Benson, I'm your Public Works Director. Thank you. Blake, do you have an update on Pine Lodge, got some figures or anything, estimates?
When, after looking at it and doing some just quick, looking as far as if we were to, Pine Lodge, well, we kind of looked at it in 3 ways. You got Pine Lodge and we got House Crossing North and South, some of those dig out spots, but no overlays. Okay, if we went into places that we believe need to be dug out, and you dug out, at minimum of 12 inches, 12 to 18 inches more like, and then came back with 3 inches of asphalt, you're probably talking about $250,000 to $300,000 worth of asphalt, limestone back, if you bid it out. Which
Is that just for Pine Lodge?
Pine Lodge and those bad spots on the south end of House Crossing, you know,
And overlaying in with 3 inches?
not overlaying the whole thing, but overlaying
The spots.
The spots. And not talking about having humps, we're talking about doing it right where it's dug out,
Right.
what needs to be limestone back, and then a minimum of 3 inches of asphalt that's level with the road in. And then later on, you come back and, go from where the end of that newer asphalt on Pine Lodge is to the end down there, and overlay later. But to fix the road in a good patch, you're talking about, what, $250. Yeah.
So what do we need to do? Anything now?
Need y'all approval to
If you
move
want, if you
forward.
want to bid it out, if you're talking about putting something out to bid within a few weeks, okay? So that we got another 30 and then, to bid it and then,
All right, my question before that is, who's gonna pay for it?
Yeah.
We'll have to pay for it up front.
Huh?
We're gonna have to pay for
We'll,
it.
we will have to pay
Yes,
up front.
absolutely.
Okay.
We gotta pay for it up front, and then we'll turn it in under the firm,
Okay.
and hopefully, fingers crossed, praying hard that
We'll get
we'll be
reimbursed.
reimbursed. And Blake and I talked about it with Laurel and Brenda's, they seem kind of gun shy about FEMA possibility of them
Right.
not reimbursing. And so we didn't want to go with a full overlay all the way down Connecticut
Not yet.
Road, all the way down Pine Lodge, so we just really felt better with fixing what's broken.
Sections.
Yes, sir. And maybe that'll give us a higher chance of being reimbursed.
You just need approval to proceed in the bid process?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
So moved.
Got a motion by Jimmy, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Hey, on that, now, they're through hauling debris, but they're not through hauling the clippings out.
They're supposed to be going down Trammell.
One down Trample, one on
They're
the way out,
supposed
they
to
go
be.
to Trample.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're going that way all the time now.
They're supposed to be.
Yeah,
So that's
every
all.
load, or, I mean, every move.
Supposed to be. I was out all last week, and I went out there yesterday, and they were moving equipment out, and they were parked in the road, but they were facing east. They were facing Trammell. But they were down there on that end.
Well, the problem before was they didn't want to have head-on traffic going
That's
in and
right.
out.
As soon as 2 weeks ago, as soon as we told them not to travel Pine Lodge, they had 2 trucks that met on Trammell, and they rolled the truck over in the ditch. But I mean that's on them. Nobody was hurt or anything like that. But
How are they gonna get trucks in and out on Trample?
they're being real careful.
You'll be careful.
Oh, if they've got the radios and can communicate, they can stop, one coming in, one coming out or something, there's places that trucks can pull over.
They probably have a lot less number of trucks
That's right.
in this phase.
That's right.
Dude, I guess we're gonna try to do the best we can with it until we get it overlaid.
Yes, sir.
Smooth it up.
Yes,
It's still a little rough. in
We
spots.
pulled the mats, last Thursday. Shelton's crew went out there and leveled everything up pretty good. It's something we're gonna keep our eye on
Okay.
daily. And we've got some cones and some flashing lights coming in to put in each spot on both sides of the road. And that way when people are traveling, they're a little cautious, caution sign there to slow down. Jimmy, that Public Service Commission email that you got for June the 23rd and 24th, would like y'all's permission for Cowboy and I to attend that in Tupelo. And then I think the 2 of us could come back and pass on any information that we learn. If the rest of y'all didn't get that email, the Public Service Commission is putting on a 2-day summit in Tupelo on June the 23rd and 24th from 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening. And it's for emergency preparedness and talking about fire and do's and don'ts and how better to be prepared, stuff like that.
What worked, what didn't.
Yeah, what worked, what didn't. And I believe it's free. I don't think it costs anything.
There's no registration cost.
Yeah.
It's just, it'd be
It's free.
And we
travel.
won't stay, it starts at 9 in the morning, we can drive over there. Sorry I'm volunteering for it.
You're fine.
You got a new job here.
I spoke to Daniel Cole, he's going also. I will
Okay.
ask if we should go or if any of us, and he did recommend it. I think he knew I didn't need to go, but he's going, so that's,
But
with along with y'all.
I appreciate y'all letting us go, and I think that we've got some stories to tell, some what worked and what didn't work, and I'd love to hear about other people's stuff too, and just.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, let them, for them to attend, and, any of the related costs we paid those to.
All right, motion by Jimmy, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Met with Kerry Davis today out on Highway 35 South at that sign site, and we have TVEPA approval to put the welcome sign out there on 35 South. And then Mendrop Engineering is working on our permits with MDOT for the 35 South and 35 North.
Kerry's doing his own,
Sir?
Kerry does his own permit, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know that we have to have a permit. He just gave us. He said we're good to go. And so next is cooperative energy agreement.
Good.
It's done. I just need y'all approval for the mayor's sign.
Please, motion, please.
All right, let's do that right now. Motion made by Stan, second by, Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Thank you. That passed. That's a big step.
If I could cut a backflip right now, I would.
Yeah, that is. Please don't do it.
That's right. The sand ditch, crew is moving on, everything's looking good. Don't wanna jinx us or anything like that, I'm not gonna say nobody's been bit by a snake or anything yet, but it's moving along, everything's good. That's all I have for my agenda. Is anybody have any questions for me?
No, you got, we're moving forward with getting the lights on the interstate, getting quotes.
Yes, sir. Well, I need to sit down with the mayor too, because there were some emails that came through last week but yes, we are moving forward with that.
Okay.
Mid-drop is also involved.
Okay.
It's getting there.
Well, as soon as you get something, please bring it to us.
Yes, sir.
TVA has sent word to us that we're approved, and we've already known that. But they have to send their own engineer just to see what's there. And they told me they would do that within 5 days. And the 5 days is like tomorrow, so I don't know. But we can't do it. Pardon?
Would it be Gary?
No, it's an engineer from
Tennessee Valley.
Oh, Tennessee Valley, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Tennessee Valley, TVA.
Okay.
And I think it's coming out of Memphis. But we're on it and ready to go as soon as we can get their check marked and they approved it.
Okay.
So we can get $30,000 or something dollars.
Okay.
So that's good news.
And to add to what the mayor was saying, Blake had stepped out, and Blake said at the last meeting that, in 20 years of being here, he's never had this many projects. He was at the office this morning, and we met with the I&I crew, Environ, I'm gonna mess up their name, but y'all know the guys that did our sewer study. Got a lot of great information there. We know what direction to go to as far as where we need to, the areas that we need to do a slope study on, and we can do that ourselves. And but there was on our whiteboard in there's 26 active projects through Public Works, and never seen that many active
That's
projects.
active. We've got pending.
And we've got pending projects too. But like I said, Mayor, there's a lot going on.
There's
A lot of good stuff
going
going
on.
on.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for
Hey, hold on just one second. At the library, I've gotten a request for us to come in and kind of redo some stuff at the bathrooms. Can you take a look at that and see if we can?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, but there is
Yes, sir.
some magic work that needs to be done. It's not much, but we do need to just spruce it up and let us know what you think.
All right, sir.
All right.
Nuke, could you go over and check on Calvary Baptist Church? You know, we replaced that pipe last fall. It's starting to wash pretty good in there. Can you get rock or seed, something down on it? It's
Absolutely.
only gonna get worse.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
I got one more thing. Can you check on Houston Road, that tree in that ditch?
I started cutting on it yesterday.
Oh, good, man. It's been blowing me up.
I was waiting on you to ask that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Nuke.
Yes, sir.
If y'all don't know what that is, that's the biggest tree that you've ever seen in the middle of a ditch down there.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
Yes.
So appreciate
Yes, sir.
doing that.
All right.
Anybody else?
Outstanding.
Thank you for not picking.
All right, and a motion to allow payment on the claims. You don't have to, I don't think. Yep, make a motion. I'll make a motion. Okay. Motion made by Stan to allow claims, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Our motion carries. All right, we'll go around the table. We're wrapping up pretty close today. Stan, anything else in open meeting you'd like to discuss?
No, Mayor, I've got some things that I'd like to tell my board and my friends here about some information that was put on the internet about me last week that's totally fabricated and totally out of order. Every aspect of it was a lie. And my family and I talked about it, and we're not going to pursue any legal action right now. But if it were to happen again, that somebody tell that many lies about me and my friend Andy Hilton, then nothing's off the table. So I just want y'all to know that.
I appreciate you saying that, and I understand. Not good, and the top of it said, this is not factual, it's just allegations.
Well, it was, it's the first time I've experienced anything like that, and I don't expect it to happen again, because it's totally BS. Every single word was put in there.
He's already moved on to somebody else, he'll know why.
Yes. Thank y'all, I appreciate it, I just
All
wanted
right.
to let you know.
Very good, thank you, appreciate that. Carl, anything?
No, sir.
Please,
No.
anything else, Brad? All right, we're gonna get through the road today. All right, I think we've got to consider executive session. I'll accept the motion to close the meeting and consider executive session. All in favor? All right, we're gonna close this meeting.